help of fully human cells, which has transgenic with the help of DNA splicing and the gene knockout. Then libraries which consist of bacteriophages, mRNA, and the cell surfaces. So this is nothing but the actually the evaluation of the monoclonal antibody nowadays seen. Okay, this is the engineered antibodies where the all manipulation of these cells as well as the cells of artificial cells has produced. Okay, that is nothing but your antibody. So scfp, dibody, fab, fab, raised to 2. So this is all about the antibody which has been manipulated and manipulative manufactured. That is nothing but genetically engineered antibody which has got produced. Okay. FDA approves the some sort of the monoclonal antibodies. Yeah, obviously it is safe, and we can serve these kind of the breakthrough to serve the mankind. The example described in the class is Herceptin. These monoclonal antibodies can be used against the certain form of the breast cancer and have passed clinical trials and been approved for the use by the FDA. Another approval that we got is FDA approves and trials on the different types of trials on the different types of monoclonal antibodies. The first FDA approved therapeutic monoclonal antibody was Amurine, which consists of IgG2A CD3 specific transplant rejection drug, OKT3, also called as Muromonab, in 1986. This drug found used in solid, um, what we can say, the solid organ transplant recipients who became steroid resistant. Hundreds of therapies are undergoing clinical trials. Most are concerned with the immunological and oncological targets. These are few US FDA approved laboratory or the industry who got the permission for the production of the different types of the monoclonal antibodies, which has the wide applications with respect to the different types of the life threatening diseases. Okay, so these are nothing but the different types of the date of FDA approval that different types of industry which can say which contain which what we can say, the name of companies are Orthobiotech, J&J, Eli Lilly, Biogen, Jane Ledec, Genentech, then Biogenlac, Pudley, then Medliuman, Genentech, J&J, Novartis, Wealth, Sharing, Abbott, Novartis, Genentech, Xoma, Corixa, and BMS. So these are the few pharma industry or the biotechnological based company which has got the approval from the US FDA for the production of monoclonal antibody. So as far as the application of the monoclonal antibodies are concerned, it shows its wide applications in case of different types of the facets, that is diagnostic applications, therapeutic applications, clinical applications, and future applications. As far as diagnostic application is concerned, biosensor and the microarrays, with the help of these we can treat the patient. As far as therapeutic application is concerned, transplant rejections can be possible with the help of Muronomab, CD3. Cardiovascular diseases can be treated with the help of Abciximab monoclonal antibodies. Cancers can be treated with the help of Rituximab. Infectious disease can be treated with the help of Palivizumab. Inflammatory diseases can be treated with the help of Infliximab. Apart from these therapeutic applications, clinical applications show, in case of clinical applications, purification of drug can be takes place. Imagine the target can be takes place. As far as future application is concerned, fight against the bioterrorism. Okay, so the best example for these future application, that is fight against the bioterrorism, is your COVID-19 pandemic outbreak. Okay, so scientists are really going to be taking the extensive efforts to produce these kind of monoclonal antibodies to treat these kind of infections which is arise from the COVID-19. We'll see one by one monoclonal and diagnostic use. Although monoclonal antibodies were first produced in the 1975 as research tools, scientists quickly recognized their practical uses, especially in diagnostic tests and in therapy. Several diagnostic procedures that use monoclonal antibodies are now available. The next breakthrough is monoclonal antibody can be used to detect the pregnancy only 14 days after the conception. Other monoclonal antibodies allow rapid diagnosis of hepatitis, influenza, herpes, streptococcal, and chlamydia infections. Helps in the critical diagnostic decisions. They can be used to detect for the presence and quantity of this substance. For the instance, in a Western blot test to detect a substance in a solution, or an immunofluorescent test. Monoclonal antibodies can be help in immunodiagnostic tests. Monoclonal antibodies can also be used to purify a substance with the technique called immunoprecipitation and affinity chromatography. Limitations with the mouse monoclonal antibodies are problem in the medical applications is that the standard procedure of producing the monoclonal antibodies yields more antibodies, and these are rejected by the human system. Finding the solution for the human use, yeah, obviously this is a one there is a one approach. One takes the DNA that encodes the binding portion of the monoclonal mouse antibodies and merges it with human antibody producing DNA in order to make the bacteria produce antibodies that are like half mouse and half human. That is nothing but chimera we had seen earlier. Conjugated monoclonal antibody therapy, which shows the toxins or the radioactive isotopes are bound to the constant region of the monoclonal antibodies. When the monoclonal antibodies bind to the surface cells of the tumor, the toxins or the radioactive will kill the cancer cell, and all cells within a certain radius, killing zone, what we can say. In this way, cancer cells within the tumors will be killed. Knowledge on the monoclonal antibodies advances. Mice have been genetically engineered to produce antibodies that have human constant region. This is a part of antibody that the human immune system recognize as being foreign. By using these hybrid or the chimeric monoclonal antibodies with the human constant region, the human system only sees a human protein and does not react against them. Monoclonal antibodies can be useful for the treating your cancerous cell. Obviously, monoclonal antibodies can be modified for the delivery of the toxins, you can say the radioisotopes and the cytotoxins. Marketed investigation on these kind of the forecasts are there. The $26 billion market are by the end of this decade, as far as the 20th century is concerned. By 2008, MABs should account 32% all revenue in the biotech market. So this is all about the market investigation and the focus. So why should we be investigated or fascinated? So the outlook for the monoclonal antibodies therapeutics is healthy. The ongoing success of existing products combined with a bulging pipeline of new products awaiting for the outbreak. Okay, so as far as these bulging pipeline of the new products is concerned, so awaiting approved and limited generic erosions towards the robust growth in the segment. Okay, as far as the investigation is concerned, we should write on the problem. Yeah, obviously this is a very eminent person, that is Paul Ehrlich. He said that I trust that we no longer find ourselves lost on a bound Alsace, but that we have already caught a distinct glimpses of the land where we hope, nay, which we expect will yield rich treasures for the biology. Okay, and of course, we know all about the Paul Ehrlich. Paul Ehrlich was a Nobel prize-winning German Jewish physician and scientist who worked in the field of hematology, immunology, antimicrobial chemotherapy, with the findings a cure for the syphilis in 1909. He invented the precursor technique for the gram staining bacteria. Okay, thank you so much, dear students. So stay home, stay safe, and obey all authoritative instructions given by our government time to time. and fight the let's fight together, and obviously we'll definitely win. Okay, Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra.